All right, here we are back for our second part of the series called The Cost of Getting Lean. It's a part of just the education process in building perspective for you and your fitness and fat loss goals and getting you to understand basically what it's going to take and what the trade-offs are, where you're at, and how the industry basically gets you to think unrealistically. So that means six-pack abs, tight butts, lean, all these Instagram models, people on Facebook taking gym selfies with their butt hanging out all the time, that kind of crap. It all, magazines, it all kind of starts to change our mindset and gets us to focus on things that are usually unrealistic, unattainable, and not healthy. That's really what the fitness industry is selling. It's a little embarrassing, but it's why I do what I do, is to give you guys the real information that you need, so that way you can get the results that you deserve. So basically it's going to help you figure out what it's going to cost to achieve the look that you're going for, what you have to do more of, and what you really have to give up to get there. Once you can understand these things, it'll help you I think clarify and understand what it is you truly want to do and what you truly want to achieve. There are a lot of trade-offs and in an attempt to lose fat and improve your health. In this series or sessions, it's trying to help you, I'm going to outline them so I can help you consider how to get the body you want while living an enjoyable life. Okay, so that's that balance we're looking for. Basically, what we're going to look at is some of the things we see is on Instagram, on Facebook, magazines. A lot of those models are either in the gym 24 hours a day, or they have a trainer and really watching the nutrition, and then they also really nail it down when they know they've got a photo shoot coming. So again, that's not sustainable. It's not realistic, and we can't base what we want to look like off of that. Sometimes we tend to. So we got to understand that that isn't necessarily healthy mentally or physically. In fact, this type of mindset can lead, or this type of nutrition, this type of obsession can lead to loss of sex drive, disordered eating, social isolation, meaning you probably can't go to all those parties and events unless you're really good at abstaining from junk food and alcohol, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm not. For women, amenorrhea. Guys, low testosterone. And then also, again, what we're looking at is an unbalanced lifestyle. Okay? So I want to try and help you figure out how to balance all that. And we're going to build off of what we have been for the last couple days. So quick review, you guys, for you. We're looking at basically what it takes, the different stages, and what are the trade-offs. So we've already gone through number 5, which is completely unhealthy. Doesn't take much to be here. You're not really focusing on anything. At this time, you should probably be going, oh, I need to do something about it. The transition from 5 to 4 is fairly easy. You're going to be a little bit healthier. Your body fat percentage is going to change. And remember, these are just approximations, not absolutes, okay? Everybody looks different at different percentage levels, so don't get too hung up on these numbers. Benefits, great. Trade-offs, not that bad, and it's still a pretty easy transition down to number 3. I think a lot of people have been telling me, based off these videos, they feel like they're kind of around 3, and they want to get down to 2. Okay, so that's what we're going to discuss today. Number 2, number 1, and there's actually a 0. Okay, we'll go over that 0 when we get there, but what it's going to take to get to number 2. So again, just remember that you're always going to go from levels up and down, forward and back, whether it's loss of motivation, whether it's something going on in your life, whether it's your job, stress, who knows what it might be, a wedding, summertime, wintertime. You're never going to hit a number and stay there, ever. Okay, again, that doesn't happen with me. It doesn't happen with anybody else that I know in the industry. You will never be at a specific number. Sometimes we just happen to go forward and back a little bit more than the others, okay? So keep that in mind, you guys, that you will go through the stages. It's part of the process, and it's normal. Just know that you will have the guidance, the tools, and the coaching that you need to be successful as a member here, okay? So that's important. All right, so I think most people, based on the things that they see in here, they want to be down to 0 and 1, okay? I think most people really just need to be at 2. You're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to have a little bit of muscle definition, flatter stomach, clothes are going to fit. You know, you're going to be able to put on that swimsuit and not have to worry about it. Shopping for stuff is going to make it a lot easier for clothing. I think really around the 2 is going to be your best bet, you guys. So we're going to go over that today. With that being said, I know it's a little bit hard to read, guys, and I just went ahead and put it on a board here. I'm going to read it off, so just keep those ears open. So making the transition from number 3 to number 2 right here is where you're going to be optimally healthy. You'll be at your healthiest. That transition is going to be medium to hard. Your benefits, though, are you're going to have the best aesthetics possible for average population. Means your body fat percentage for a woman is around the 20% mark, guys around the 10% mark, okay? You'll have best health. You're eating healthy, you're sleeping healthy, you've got a good balance going, you've got habits established, which is important to maintain long-term sustainability in this area, okay? So those are your important benefits there. Your trade-offs are going to be, it's going to require more planning for your food, for your workouts, for your social life. You're going to have to be on the game here, okay? You're going to have more awareness of your food, of your nutrition, and of your exercise routine. You can't just expect to just show up at the gym every single day or every few days or whatever it is and maybe watch a little bit of what you're eating. That's not going to get you here. That's going to put you about the 3 to 4 range. More commitment, so that means more time, more money, and other things. So more time means you're going to have to probably work out more in the gym, whether it's longer or more frequent on your days. It's going to probably cost you a little bit more money because you have to probably invest in a coach, an actual training program, or even some nutrition training as well, unless you can figure that on your own, but that's usually going to be wasted time and effort. That's what coaches are there for, or to help you speed up the process and eliminate any distractions, any unnecessary pitfalls and things like that. So it's going to require more time, more money, and maybe even a few other things in there. But you're going to also need more assistance, which goes back to the money, coaching, people to keep you motivated, keep you on track, answer your questions, and then now you need to be in a training routine where you're lifting, you're following a complete and comprehensive program written by a fitness professional to help you get the most out of each session and to help each session build on itself. All right, so that's your number 2 right here, number 2, okay? So now we're going to come down to the number 1 spot where I think a lot of people think they want to be, but they don't really know that it's extremely hard to get from number 2 to number 1. It is healthy, but not a lot of basically sustainability, and it's not realistic or attainable. So realistic or attainable. Your benefits, though, are going to be it's going to take a lot of hard work, and when you get there, you're going to have a sense of pride and achievement. I mean, it is tough to get here. It's doable, and when you do it, you feel great, you look great. It's an amazing feeling. And then you're going to have a really great physique. So, you know, that's what a lot of us want, but what are your trade-offs? You're going to have difficulty socializing. It's going to be hard to turn down food. It's going to be hard to tell people why you're not eating or drinking. You may have to avoid social situations, so you may have to isolate yourself. You're going to be in the gym a lot. You know, you're going to be focusing on getting your food. So it can isolate you, which again is not healthy. Again, more time commitment, more training, more sleeping, more food prep, more shopping, okay? All that's under there. And then also what we want to look at is extreme focus on diet, which can lead to eating disorders. Also, if you're not focusing on the proper nutrition, for women, again, hormones are important for fat loss and loss of hair, menstrual cycle, amenorrhea, early stages of menopause can be brought on all through improper nutrition, trying to achieve this look. So as you can see, you're going to see a lot of leanness, a lot of six-pack abs. You're basically at Batman status at this point, okay? You know, that's what you're really going to look and feel like as well. But again, it needs to be your life at this point, okay? So it can't be just part of your life. You basically need to be engaged, committed, focusing on having a healthy and active lifestyle, all right? Basically, you're going to kind of eat, sleep, and breathe level 1 here, okay? It is doable for most people, but again, it takes a lot of hard work, and you have to know what you're going to have to do to get here, and that it's not going to be something that's long-term sustainable, okay? That's the key. Every level has a level of sustainability, okay? So again, you may hit a level, but sometimes that might not be sustainable. And it can even be the same for number 5. Being unhealthy for a long period of time should not be sustainable, okay? So it doesn't matter whether it's 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. They all have a level of sustainability or lack thereof, okay? So we're going to talk number 1 really fast. I'm not going to really go into it a whole lot. It's not important. That's like below 6% for guys, around 6%. And then I think around like, let's see, 16% or below for women, down to about 10 or 9, somewhere around there. That's like bodybuilding competition, bikini, step on stage kind of crap. I'll call it that because it's kind of turned that way. It's become more of a popularity thing lately. And it's people who are going and doing the program with a coach and trainer, and then they're going and selling that to their friends. So really, that's not anything that, you know, if you want to do it for the sense of doing it, great. Discuss that with me. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of money investment. And if you're not going to make it part of your lifestyle and continue on to do those shows, don't even bother about it. But getting down to that level, pretty much impossible, not necessary, and you'll be pretty unhealthy at that point. It's basically eating nothing, lots of cardio, lots of hours in the gym, and staying away from everything and everybody because you're going to want to kill everybody and you're not going to be able to enjoy life. So again, to look that lean, to look like the models that you see, to look like all that stuff, there's going to be a lot of trade-off and it's not going to be worth it, okay? All right, so quick review, you guys. Try and figure out where you're at, what it's going to take to get to the next level, and give you a little bit of perspective of that. So that way you can easily decide what your priorities are, and that's going to be the part of first figuring them out, okay? So figure out where your priorities are, and if you're not, now's a great time to explore that, okay? Next, you need to decide what you're going to be willing to do, okay? What will you do to serve those goals and priorities, okay? What are you willing to do to get to each level? Next, decide your frequency. How often, how consistently, how precisely are you willing to do these things, okay? And then lastly, next, decide what you're not willing to do. If you're not willing to give up alcohol, if you're not willing to give up processed foods, if you're not willing to put in the time, work, and effort, don't expect to get these goals down here, these body composition goals, without putting in the work. And that doesn't mean just showing up at the gym. And that doesn't mean just maybe eating some healthy food, you guys, okay? That's going to put you somewhere up here, all right? Everything is inverse and has a benefit and trade-off to it. So hopefully that's opened your eyes up a little bit. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, we've got that 0-pound challenge coming up. I'm excited, and I think I'm going to wrap it up here so that way I can keep this video a little bit shorter. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to putting out more content down the road. All right, thanks.